This is Taylor Mason, and I'm here today with Representative Regina Young. This is an ongoing oral history project on the Pennsylvania Legislative Black Caucus and its impact on members and staff. Thank you so much for taking time to do this today. So, tell me just a little bit about yourself and your journey to the Pennsylvania House of Representatives.
So my name is Regina Young. I am a native of New Haven, Connecticut. So I will put that out there before the accent confuse you. I am a mother of 2 children, and I have been married 20 years at this point. I have a bachelor's degree in communications, a master's degree in community development, and actually an honorary doctorate in Hearts Bible Institute. And so my career path is that I'm a former teacher, 4th grade, social service worker at Women's Christian Alliance, which is at that time the oldest African-American ran social service agency in the nation. I am a certified grief counselor, certified HIV counselor, and I started my own nonprofit, Empowered Community Development Corporation. And when I was there, I was approached with the opportunity to work for the Mayor's Office of Education in the city of Philadelphia as a community schools coordinator. And because of my work of connecting community resources with public education in the Southwest in the Southwest area of Philadelphia, I will say I wanted to do something different and more. And so I proposed to them a new opportunity that I created in the program. And I went to them because of the city, and they told me they were not interested in it. And at that meeting, I told them I was going to quit and run for state rep.
Okay, well, that's a very interesting journey. And I know you've only been here 1 term, but during your time in the House, what has it been in your experience, maybe even prior to this, being a person of color in the House? Do you think you've had to work a little bit harder to get things noticed in committee work, or any bills passing, or even during your campaigning, anything like that?
So to your specific question and having to work harder, I'm not sure what harder looks like. Being a Black woman, educated Black woman, a confident Black woman, we always have to work harder. So I don't think there's a singular lane in which I have to work more hard, I would say. I'm always working hard. My very existence is a political statement in any room I walk in, and I'm very conscious of that. So I enter any situation with that mindset.
Okay. And so you represent the 185th district in Philadelphia. You are, according to our research, you're the first African-American woman to represent this district. So what has that meant for you, and what's your district like? What makes it so unique in Philadelphia?
I think all areas in Philly are unique because they're made up of a bunch of neighborhoods. However, I do also represent Delaware County as well. Okay. So my approach to this work is how I approached just about everything in my career, and that's just dealing with human connections. Humanity matters, and I focus on the work and the need and the results. So what I found, though, is as vast as my district is, people need what they need, and Maslow's hierarchy of needs does not change. People want the basic fundamentals of living. So that's what I focus on.
I'm just taking notes while you're...
That's fine.
So what was your relationship like with your predecessor, if you even had one, or maybe either other ones, if you care to elaborate on anything with that?
So actually, I thought we had a really good relationship, and we had a great relationship because I'm a communicator and I tell you exactly what I need. I do have other legislators that I worked with in my work as a community advocate and then working for the mayor's office. Unfortunately, my predecessor was not as responsive to my request and desire to see improvement in our district. And so I did let her know back in 2018. Actually, it was 2018, I believe it was September of 2018. I only know that because I had an event and she came and I said, hey, I'm gonna need you to, be a little bit more present, and I need to see more engagement, and I need to see more funding. So that was 2018. I said, people want me to run against you. I'm not necessarily interested in that because I do have a kid who's preparing to go to college in a couple of years, and I don't want to interrupt my household income or household situation going on. So, hey, let's do better. She's like, we're going to have a meeting. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. Fast forward September of 2019, not a lot of movement. And this same conversation took place. And I have this event every November for the community called Community Thanksgiving, where legislators who govern in the area and organizational leaders who are partners in the work of community are asked to sponsor and serve, like physically serve food to the school. And that was, they had to serve the students, the staff, the teachers, and parents. And you only had to serve for like a half hour. Everybody was asked to serve or participate in some way. My predecessor, I would just say, failed to do that. And it was at that moment that I decided that I needed to make a change.
Okay. Well, did you have any other role models or any other state legislators you worked with when you got here that helped you kind of show the process? Maybe not even your predecessors in your district per se, but in other areas of Philly or the state?
Well, I am a person who understands that learning begins with your eyes, and people will show you way more than what they tell you. And so to your question specifically, and Joanna McClinton is just an all-around good person, because when I was just a community person looking for guidance and support and relationship, she was there. When I had my own nonprofit, the same thing, she was there. When I worked for the mayor's office, she was there. And so for me, character matters. And I will say, and Jordan Harris, and I know this is state, but my city council person is Kenyatta Johnson and Anthony Williams. And so what I will say is, in my journey in this work outside of my specific role now, they were consistently there. And I didn't realize that we will all be in the same space. But I will say character matters, and they've always been honest with me and informed me and guided me, because they too want to see people win. And you always want to align with people who want to see other people win. We got to stop aligning with people who are selfishly focused on what they are only capable of accomplishing for themselves. When you surround yourself with people like the people I mentioned, or anybody who just want to see other people win, you want to connect to that, because that's an energy that's needed to help really pull the communities up that we represent. Okay,
that's a great answer there. So moving into the Black Caucus itself, you've only been here one term, but how have you been involved with the Black Caucus so far, or maybe what you hope to be involved with in the future?
Well, I believe they put me in areas in which they think I can best serve. Education is really my lane. And so Donna Bullock, who is the chair? So she's the chair, and she pulled me in and said, Regina, that's your lane. That's something you talk about often. So they do pull me in. I think they're a great support. However, I will say I'm Black anyway, right? And so I think whether you are actively a part of a group or not, people are always going to associate you with Black issues. We are a diaspora of people, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to at least have a lane to sit in, as people are already identifying me with Black issues.
Okay. So then maybe overall then, what do you hope to see the Black Caucus then tackle in the future? What are some issues that are pertinent right now that you hope will be addressed in the next few sessions, or even during this session yet?
I don't know if you're looking for a particular singular issue, but we have a plethora of issues. And I do believe, as I understand the caucus right now, and as I understand this lane right now, people are really doing the best they can. They're doing everything they can to address all of the issues. And so I don't know at this point what is not being addressed. I can't think of any issues. I do think those people who are willing to work and lend voice and effort and energy and experience to a particular lane as it relates to the issues, I believe they're doing that, but I'm not here long enough or as aware of what's not being done. I do believe people who are associated with this group is actually working, and they're doing the best they can while balancing their legislative work and balancing their life, whether they're parents or spouses or just people trying to keep themselves together daily. Like, so we can never forget ourselves in this work. So to your question, I think everybody's doing the best they can.
Okay. So far, how has the caucus impacted your house service?
I don't know.
And anything like motivated you to work on any certain legislation, or I know a lot of the other members have discussed traveling to different areas of the state and really getting to see different areas. Anything come to mind on that? Nope. Okay.
I'm on tourism, so I travel anyway. I mean, I don't know. They're
Okay.
great people. I mean, it's a great group though.
Okay. So my final question then is, what advice would you give to someone who's running for public service and they want to, really make an impact when they get here?
I would say remain focused on your why. Public service in this capacity is not something I sought after. And I think it's a difference. If people want to be in a particular position just because they want the title and the power, well, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. And I'm not saying a vote because, we know how the voting process works, but you're going to lose yourself, or you're going to lose your purpose, and you're going to lose your validity if you don't keep your why in mind. So when people are running, and even when I ran, I was really strategic in my message by letting people know I was running to serve. I didn't focus on what my predecessor did or did not do. That's her report card. I'm trying to create my own report card. So if your why and focus and your purpose align, you'll be fine.
Okay. Those are my questions for you. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss regarding your House service or the Black Caucus? Anything come to mind before we finish?
I just think it's important for us to recognize the importance of our presence, and it's important for everyone else to know that we're here on purpose, and our presence matter. And I think the more we come together to align our voices and our vision and our work, I think whether people want to or not, they're gonna see us. They're gonna see us. So